Hey, YouTube, awsomedudeXD here, telling you about the old rumor about the Nintendo DSi and the Nintendo DSi XL. Well, there's two differences on a Nintendo DSi and DSi XL. The Nintendo DSi, of what I'm playing right here, is usually, the same, actually, because it has one camera over here, one camera over here, one camera over here. There's different things about it also. You see, between a Nintendo DS and a Nintendo DSi and DSi XL, you must have noticed about that they had a little thing added called Flipnote Studio. Flipnote Studio is when you can make your own flip notes and look at them and view flip notes. You can access the advanced tools and the options. You see, Flipnote Studios is also connected to Haytona, Flipnote Haytona. Is where you can see from people all over the world making these flip notes. And some are really artistic. We also have the Nintendo DSi browser. The Nintendo DSi browser is just like the Wii up above the web camera. It's just like a Wii. It's like the Wii, except that you can't view the YouTube videos actually. But in the Nintendo DSi, you can record sound and go and do Nintendo DSi shop like in the Wii, and do DSi wear compared to Wii wear. And if all of you Pokemon fans out there, I think you might also want to see a little preview of Pokemon White version. Pokemon White version is a new game that's been sold right before the Nintendo 3DS came out. Pokemon White version is at stores at GameStop probably, selling probably like about a few. But you see, the Pokemon White game, it's similar to Pokemon Black, except in Pokemon White you capture Zekrom, in Pokemon Black you capture Reshiram. It's a little twist in there also. It's a new region that you're going to be exploring called the Unova region. You can see it? Probably. And I think you can't see it at all. I think you can only see black. Well, it's maybe because of the light. I'll just be right back for a minute. If you think you could see me, well, it's because of the light that's shining. Well, probably you can have a better view. Yep, you have a really good view if you're doing it in a little dark part. You see, Pokemon White and Pokemon Black is yet a brand new adventure in Pokemon. It's just similar to the Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and Crystal, and yet all the Fire Red and Leaf Green. But you see, this is almost what everyone wants to do when they get Pokemon White. But there's also a new thing added to it. There's no more Poketch, but they replaced the Pokegear with the X Transceiver. For those of you people who have Pokemon Heart Gold or Soul Silver, probably heard about the Pokegear. Well, you see, instead of that it's the X Transceiver. The X Transceiver is similar to a Pokegear because you make calls in it. Except it's like a video call when you use the X Transceiver. Well, you see, in the X Transceiver, well, not in the X Transceiver, in the C Gear, you have 3 settings: online, IR, and wireless. Try out wireless. How to tap. You see, in the wireless mode, you have Entralink, the Entralink, and the X Transceiver. You see, if you're lucky, if you have a DSi or a Nintendo DSi XL, you can use the X Transceiver with your friends, up to 4 people. Up to 4 of your friends by doing an X Transceiver call. And you see, and also in wireless mode is the Entralink, the center of the Unova region. Oh yeah, in the Pokemon Center, you can't warp into the Enter link. That's what I forgot to tell you guys. For those of you people that have Pokemon Black or Pokemon White, you can ignore that part of what I just said. But let me tell you something about IR. In fair connection, you can battle, do a feeling check, and exchange friend codes and trade. In online mode, you only have one setting called Game Sync or Game Sync. Game Sync is just compared by going to the Dream World in the Enter link. Well, if you like to save it, but somehow the Pokemon Global link has to be out. Usually, you have to connect to Wi-Fi connection if you want to have one of your Pokemon to go to sleep into the Entry Forest. So you see, when you connect to Wi-Fi, right after, well, you see, let me tell you something. It'll say this: the server is undergoing maintenance. You can reveal the details at the Pokemon Global Link website. http:// you don't need to hear that part, but they'll give you an error code. It can either be 13212 or something different. That's because the Pokemon Global Link has not been launched yet. But they said it was gonna be launched at March 30th. But it was March 30th yesterday when I made a few YouTube videos. Okay, where was it? Oh yeah, the Entra link. The Entra link. First I thought it was Eternal link, but the Entra link is where you can meet up with people in their world. You can probably hear the music, probably not. But the Entra link may be hard to see, but it might look exactly how it looks like in my DSi screen. At the bottom of it is a map. The the 8 parts around the Entralink are the cities that you have to go to when you're doing the Entralink. You can only teleport to cities, no routes. It's kind of fun if you actually did it, and one of your friends are gonna have to be outside the Entralink, and one has to be inside the Entralink. You see, once one of your friends are in the Entralink, the card that says your trainer name, that part that either says youngster, age trainer, Pokemon ranger, Pokemon breeder, or scientist, or hiker, or roughneck, or preschooler, is one of those. It's one of those things, and then you go into somebody's world by being inside one of those, well, other things I don't know about. Alright, now we're going to move on to the Entry Forest. So we're not going to move on to one of these bridges. Let's see. This is the Entry Forest. Well, maybe, but it is dark it's dark in there, and that's where you meet all your Pokemon when they're in Game Sync, aka also in the Dream World. You can go back by going to an orange panel that you might not see for a minute. But once you warp back, you can go in there. But here's a little tip about Game Sync also. You can only go in there once a day. Once a day. And it's pretty tough for that also. And if you're wondering, and here's what you might be wondering, can you get your old Pokemon into Pokemon Black or White? Well, that question is a really good question. You see, if you look in the Pokemon Black or White handbook, manual in the game, they'll tell you how to do it. You see, how to do it it's actually quite simple. You need one Pokemon game from the past for the DS, or the Game Boy. That's only if you have a Nintendo DS Lite. And use DS Download Play. Do it. Once you connect it, you're gonna find Pokemon in the grass. Might be faking or not. Once you hit the grass, that's when the Pokemon comes out. Capture it now. There's no waiting for the part that goes like 1, 2, 3, and then you get it. Maybe because I don't know because I haven't got. Well, it's just because I haven't gotten through that part yet. I just need one of my friends to do it. But when you're doing C gear, usually you can't do online yet. You could do the GTS by trading online. Like I said, like from a video about the Pokemon White and Pokemon Black trading contest, you could, what you have to do, well, usually it's just simple if you haven't heard it yet. You just need an Emboar that's at least like level 50 or to 100. Well, the 100s will be very good, and plus you'll be a really good trainer. Sorry about that part, because I had to get the thumbtack onto the board. But once you're doing, but if you're wondering how the Pokemon Center will look like, it's big enough to hold the Pokemart. And I think it's pretty cool. Well, if you're also wondering how to get Victini, it's actually quite simple. Just let me restart the game for a minute. Please wait 1 moment. You have to use mystery kits if you want to get the Liberty Pass to get Victini. If you want to get Victini, you're going to have to go, well, if you just started, it might take a while for you, because you're going to be battling Team Plasma later on. But since I already have all 8 badges, usually it'll be kind of easy for me. But I already have Victini. I could give out Victini later on, but I'm gonna wait until it gets into a higher level if you guys want me to, and just put it in the comments if you want. But where was I? Oh yeah. But well, oops, mistake. But usually, one more thing about Flipnote. Well, before we move on to Pokemon White thing about mystery gifts and getting Victini, let me tell you something about getting Flipnote Hates Mountain in Flipnote Studio on the internet browser. 1, you need to have Wi-Fi connection. 2, you need to go to the Nintendo DSi shop. 3, you don't need a Club Nintendo account, but it's optional. You could, or not, just go to free in the DSi store, and then you'll see it. You'll see internet browser and Flipnote Studio. Download them both. You're gonna see 2 gift boxes. Tap both of them, and you'll get Flipnote Studio and Flipnote Studio and internet browser. Now since it's almost time, like about a few minutes left. Now let me show you. You see, I already have the Liberty Pass. It'll say this: get the Liberty Pass. Well, usually, well, never mind about that part. But if you can receive mystery gifts. You can get them by using Wi-Fi connection. That's what I'm going to try to do now. I'm going to try to get an egg. It's going to be saying searching for a gift once you connect it to Nintendo Wi-Fi connection. You get the Liberty Pass. Well, I think that's all you can get, the Liberty Pass. I could do wireless. Or infrared. If you do wireless, and you must like have a game such as like, you know, Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Valmir or anything, but there would be no gifts found. But about mystery gifts, it allows you to receive great gifts through various communication modes. Once you receive the gift, please go to any Pokemon Center and pick it up from the delivery man. And when the card album is full, you cannot receive new cards. To receive new cards, choose a Wonder card and press the A button to throw it away. If you have gifts waiting, go to any Pokemon Center and pick up your gifts from the delivery man, obviously. And alright, one more thing I was going to tell you.